to the gas station this morning, and I went to go get some Monsters.
Yeah.
And I got up to the counter, and she was kind of cute. She wasn't super hot. She didn't have any makeup because it was in the morning. And she was getting a coffee, and she was behind me. And I'm like, put your coffee up there. I'm like, I got you. She's like, okay. She's like, well, my boyfriend's getting a sandwich, too. I'm like, wow.
Hey, no cutsies back of the line.
Hey, what the fuck? What the fuck you ringing this up for? What the fuck are we doing here?
All right, with that, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Outspoken Gents podcast. What's going on, fellas? How's everyone doing?
Great. Living our best lives.
Fucking terrible.
Uh-oh. Doug?
I'm doing good, man.
Yeah, let's start off with John. What's up? What's going on, man?
Fuck all you shiny, happy people.
What's up?
My ceiling's leaking again. Again.
Out of its ass.
Same spot?
Same fucking spot. I got fucking PJ. PJ comes home from Florida late last night. Not a fucking problem at all. Okay? PJ, you know what? You had a long flight. I washed the sheets. Go fucking lay in my bed. I lay in the living room watching the UFC fights. Not a problem at all. 6:30 in the morning hits. Bam. I got water sprinkling all over my fucking head. I look up. It's the same goddamn spot they fixed last time. So I fucking call this asshole, the fucking manager. I'm like, hey, listen here, motherfucker. My shit's leaking again. What's going on? What are you going to do? He's like, all right, well, they'll be over later today. Okay, not a problem at all. I got shit to fucking do on a Sunday. Not a problem at all. Whenever they can get here, please send them over.
Convenience, yeah.
So then he just texted me about 20 minutes ago. Yeah, I'm not really sure when they're coming. Okay, well, I got fucking shit to do. I'm trying to do a podcast. I want to get some goddamn steaks on the grill. Can you pick a fucking time to come here?
Give me a window. He didn't give you a window?
Jesus Christ. No, it's like the bullshit Comcast does where, are you going to be home between 8 and 7 for the rest of November? Can we fit you in there somewhere? Yeah, let me just sit here on my fucking ass and wait for you to fucking get here in your shitty van.
And for the entire month of November, yeah.
Fucking assholes, man.
No, man, that's the worst. That's the worst.
Oh,
no, we had the same thing happen for the gas guys came out. The gas guys came out, and they replaced our meter or whatever. No problem. No big deal. Okay. Sure enough, the pilot light goes out. Okay. I go up there, try to be a manly man, trying to turn the pilot light back on. I know, it's silly. I should be able to relight the pilot light, no problem. But there's nowhere to stick the lighter, okay? You have to use that little push button thing on the side of the water heater. Okay, so these guys fucked it up. I said, okay, why don't you guys come out and try and fix this? So this happens on a Thursday, so we're without hot water all weekend long. I call first thing on Monday. I'm like, hey guys, seems like when the guy came out last time, he didn't like the pilot light, or it's gone out since then. You guys were the last ones to mess with this. Please come out and get it handled. Okay. She says, well, since it didn't happen within 72 hours of the visit, we're going to have you call a professional. You're supposed to call a plumber or something like that. I said, BS. 2 of those days were the weekend. It's been no more than 72 hours since he came out. It's been within 72 hours since he came out. You need to come out here and light this pilot light. She said, okay, sir, no problem. I'm going to have somebody there between 8 and 5 p.m. I'm
fucking
like,
piece of shit.
I'm like, okay, it's a Thursday. I work from home. Not a big deal. For somebody else who has an actual day job and everything like that, it might be a little bit harder to coordinate that. Anyways, this guy comes back, different guy, comes back, and he's pitching a bitch from the moment he fucking knocks on my door. Okay? He's knocking on my door, and I'm sitting in the living room, sending emails or whatever, and I can hear him like, oh, this for a fucking pilot light outside. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So I open the door, I was like, and I like try to kill him with kindness. Hey, sir, what's going on? How you doing? Can I get you a bottle of water? He's like, what seems to be the problem, man? I'm like, I can't get the pilot light to start back up, and you guys are the reason that it's out, so I figured I'd call you guys to come back and start the pilot light. He says, okay, well, I mean, you should be able to do that yourself. I was like, man, I followed the directions. I tried it 5 or 6 different times. I really don't need a tutorial on how to start my pilot light. I just need you to go up there and do it for me so this doesn't happen anymore. So I have hot water, basically. Okay, so after another 2 or 3, the other guy who came out, he was really competent. After 2 or 3 more interruptions about it, I was like, man, can you just go light my fucking pilot light, please? And he's like, no. He's like, big attitude now. No problem, sir. I was like, hey. I didn't say anything else. I'm like, just go up there and do it. So he gets up there and does it. I go back to send in my emails or whatever. I could hear him up in the attic talking shit. Like, oh, looks like it already lit. Looks like it lit right up. I'm like, man, like, get down from it. It's lit, right? I yelled at him. I was like, it's lit, right? He's like, yes, sir, lit right up. No problem. First try. I was like, sounds good. Can you get down from there? Get out of my fucking house, please? Okay.
Yeah,
Thanks for doing your job. Get the fuck
I
out.
just take a hot shower now.
Yeah. He gets down from there. Hey, bud, really appreciate you coming out. Was like my last little like smart ass from. Hey, bud, I appreciate you coming out.
Get the fuck out of here.
I don't know. I'm not tipping this guy. Give me a fucking break. This guy's making $60 an hour working for the gas company. He's got to come out and relight my pilot light for 15 minutes. He's bitching about it. Get out of my house. Okay. So everything.
Take your fishbowl, take your bow tie, and get the fuck out.
Exactly. So he leaves or whatever. I take a hot shower. Everything's fine. I don't notice anything until the next night when I try and give my my daughter a bath. And I turn on the hot water, or I turn on like the hot water just a little bit and a bunch of cold water, and it's still scalding hot. And I'm like, did this motherfucker turn the water heater all the way up to like maximum heat? Because you're not supposed to do that. It's dangerous. Like that's only a setting for like restaurants or like, you know, places that actually have to like, you know, decontaminate things with, you know, hot water. Okay. I go up there into the attic and he's got this thing turned to full blast. Like all the way to red. Courtney's taking it like cold, like literally just turns the shower on. And it's like her level of steaminess that she likes. Okay. I'm more of a cold shower person. So I literally have this.
Women take such hot showers?
That's one thing that I was about to go into.
Love to be by
I
hell.
don't understand this at all. Like
And
literally, they go in there and I feel like my skin is fucking on fire.
Try to
It's
go
like
in there.
boiling hot.
I try to go in there and you know take a shower with her every now and again, and I jump right back out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's
Yeah,
literally.
like, I'll just wait. Like, I
I'll-
wanted to be cute. I want to have
Feeling
some fun
hot,
time,
hot,
but
hot.
you know, I'm not gonna do this.
Yeah, I'm
I
not
gotta
going
get out of
to
here.
wallow on my back for the next 2 weeks because she decided to take a scalding hot shower. No, thank you.
You ever try to take a bath with a girl and then you fucking dip your toes in and then all of a sudden it's a crawfish boil?
That's so gross, bro.
Fucking
I don't.
insane,
Yeah.
bro.
Bath
What
What are you
are
from the
naturally
Victorian
gross
age?
themselves.
Taking baths with people?
It was one of those baths.
Garcon, more hot water.
Chill out. Yeah. No, it's like a hot pot, bro. It's like she's been boiling water for the last 45 minutes. She's like, yeah, just go ahead and get in. And I'm like, I'm not. I put my toes in. I'm like, there's no way I'm getting in that. What the fuck was that, bro? It's boiling over there. Like,
Yeah. I would rather.
Are you a
somebody-
lobster? Are you a lobster in there?
I think
Like,
it's
give me a fucking
72
break.
degrees in here. How's the steam? Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
right.
You want me to dip my balls in there? There's no way.
I think your duct thermometer is fucked up and wrong because it is not 72 degrees in here. That's funny. That's funny.
Insane.
So-
She's like, it's
so-
like it's barely room temperature. Barely room temperature. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
No
shit.
way.
What room are you fucking in? Hell?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. What are you in hell?
You and Joe Rogan's sauna at 240 degrees? Get out of here.
Holy shit! Yeah, you can't even enjoy that either. You get in there, you start sweating. You're like, what are you washing off?
Yeah. What are you sweating out of your system right now, huh? You got a drug test next week?
What are you detoxing right now?
That's
shit.
hilarious. So, John, you're just waiting for the guy now. You're just waiting for your guy now.
I think I'm gonna fuck with him. I'm just
Yeah.
not gonna answer the door.
No, because then that fucks you.
That'll work.
Yeah,
I
that
don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I already
got
said
you
I
do.
hope. I hope
You
there's so
literally
much
just went on a
fucking
whole
mold up
round.
Is
there.
it raining a lot where you are?
Yeah, last night it was so fucking bad. Oh my god.
John's
Yeah.
gonna start calling asbestos lawyers and
I'm
being
going
like, "Hey,
to. I'm gonna tell him, listen, motherfucker. I worked for a water mitigation company a couple years ago. I know that drywall has to be between fucking 8 and 10 on a dry scale. And if it's not, I want my fucking deposit back. I want my money back so I can go move to the beach and you can suck a dick, suck a dick, suck a dick, suck a dick, suck a dick.
anyway."
Shit. I'm
Hey.
not some fucking trailer trash motherfucker that lives around here. I know my
Just
shit.
FYI, everybody. Like, John has a very nice apartment, and he's actually moving into something even very nicer. So
Fucking bullshit.
for this to be happening, this is fucking garbage.
Well, no, for it to be happening for the second time, this
In the same
happened
spot.
3 weeks ago. So clearly somebody just cut out the wet drywall, patched up some other drywall, and it's taken another 4 weeks for it to finally drip all the way through.
It wouldn't have been as bad if it didn't get on me.
Like you said, it fucking dripped on my head. Like,
I would have been fine.
What the fuck is that?
But I want to get woken up by my alarm clock,
Not Chinese water torture in the middle of New Jersey.
Yeah, I'm not. This isn't Schindler's List. This is my apartment.
Okay. All right. Anyways,
What's up, guys? So, I have a huge issue right now, and I don't know if it's affecting you guys or if you guys have been paying attention to this, but there's all these people that are licking ice cream or drinking mouthwash, or I watched this dude take a fistful of ice cream out of one of the things, eat it like a savage, pass it to his friend. They grabbed a handful, ate it, and then dropped it on the ground, and then put the ice cream back. These people are facing up to 20 years right now, and there's about 5 of them that are going to prison, and now they're all scared. One of them happened to be a juvenile. She licked the ice cream, stuck it back in the thing.
She was the starter of it.
Bluebell. And then she, I don't know. It's really crazy. And then the other thing is these other people that are doing it, they happen to be, they're part of the LGBT community. They're trans or whatever, and it's giving this horrible look to that community. It's getting to the point now where the activists are stepping in and all this other crap. They had some sort of, I watched on Fox News, they had ice cream that was locked away. They were treating it like there was alcohol or something. They have to lock up ice cream. I can't get a drumstick right now because, I got kids licking ice cream right now. I can't get, some cookies and cream or some cookie dough because of these kids. This is ridiculous. I don't know if it's affecting you guys, but I'm hearing a lot about it. A lot of it's in California, and then there was one here in Houston. And then that's probably why I'm hearing about it.
There was one in Texas.
That was the big one. That's the girl, right?
Yeah, that's the girl who's licking the Bluebell ice cream.
Bluebell.
And she, 2 to 20 years because I think Bluebell is going after her for
because they lost. Yep.
Yeah, for defaming their character or whatever, defaming their brand.
People aren't buying.
Bro, are you fucking kidding me?
So this is in a grocery store?
Yeah, this is in a grocery store. She just went up to the cooler and she just pulled out ice cream.
Yeah, and then she licked
it.
Ridiculous. And then the other person,
I don't think it's all the LGBTQA+ community, whatever it is, but
I didn't say that. I said that there was 2 of them. There was 2 of them.
I know, but you said it was giving the community a bad look, and I don't think
exactly
it's all of them.
it was.
I mean, you can say the same thing how they say about all Republicans or all Democrats. No, not everyone is like that. There's outcasts that are like that. People say that about cops too.
Yeah, no, I'm saying that one of the people's names was Gay Shawn Mendes, okay? And then the other person,
Listerine guy, right?
That was the Listerine. No. That was the one who took a handful, ate it, and then passed it to the friend. They ate some, and then they walked out of the store. And you watch them. They even have the video of them walking out of the store, and they're like, "Come on, bitch, let's get out, get the fuck out of here." And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? People can't just eat ice cream anymore. Go buy it.
Is this at Walmart?
So why are they doing this? Is
this
just for the clout?
It's CBS. It's for clout.
Is it just for all of their 15 minutes of fame? What's the point of doing this?
No, you have to up the ante. If you're one of these people who wants views and wants attention, you have to up the ante. I mean, you have guys, sitting there chugging entire bottles of New Amsterdam. You have people, doing silly salmon off of bridges. You know what I mean? You got people doing crazy stuff, and it's just for views, it's just for likes, and subscriptions, and that's fine. But I mean, I guess it'll eventually catch up with you. Some of these things that people put online, they do not. Just because you put it online does not give you immunity or the anonymity to not be faced with charges for those crimes. You're jumping off of a bridge as a joke. That's breaking the law in some places.
It's only affecting you though. The issue is that one of the people, she drank the Listerine, She drank the Listerine, gargled, spit it back into the bottle, and then put it back.
God.
Oh my goodness.
You're gonna tell me that doesn't affect anybody? And then the issue is they have to throw away the whole rack.
Because they don't know which bottle it was.
And you have to hope and you have to hope that someone didn't come 20, 30 minutes later and pick it up. Because she put it right in the front. You know?
Well, I look at Listerine bottles and I make sure that they're fucking, because they have the seal on them, so I always make sure that the fucking seals are on these bitches. Like, they have to fucking break that shit.
Yeah, anytime something doesn't have a seal, anytime something doesn't have a seal or the seal intact, like you buy a jar of pickles, and the pop doesn't happen, yeah, I'm out.
I blame the stores.
Yeah, I'll take it back to the store and, you know.
It sounds like a pain in the ass. But I don't know.
It's one of those things. Like, why do they do this? It's literally just for likes and just for their 15 minutes of fame. So that's
exactly it. You get noticed by somebody, and then all of a sudden, you know,
you go viral for 15 minutes.
They want to sponsor your monetize your podcast or monetize your updates or your show, or you get, you know, yeah. I mean, you get a little bit of clout.
Who really started all of this is Jake Paul.
I don't think he started it, but I think he's doing
everything.
I think
all
he's
of
doing
this crazy shit and everything. He's just he just started this movement of wanting to get the clout for the 15 minutes of fame, just doing random dumb shit. And
maybe
people started calling him out on it.
Maybe they should get rid of the self-checkout lanes and get some fucking people walking around the store to monitor what the fuck's going on inside of the store.
Well, they have certain rules. So, like, I have a buddy who works at Target who he's one of those, what is it called? The loss prevention people. And he sits up in his little camera room and looks at everything. And they have a rule. If you only take one thing, he can't make you give it back to you. He can't make you give it back to him. So, like, you can go in there, steal one thing that's like, I think it's like less than $250. And then you could literally just walk out with it and they can't do anything about it. But like as soon as you grab like multiple things, so you grab that and you grab one other thing, he can go in and then he can hold you and detain you and call the cops or whatever like that. But like he can
call
go
the
up
cops
and
regardless, I think.
No, they don't. I'm telling you.
For one?
For one thing, they can't do anything about it. So you can go into Target, grab one thing, and walk out.
I'm gonna go to Target right after this, and I'm gonna prove a point.
Okay.
if I don't, I'm just joking. No, that's so wild too because I watched these and like somebody made a joke. There was this guy with like a squirt gun, and he was standing by the ice cream aisle, and someone said, "God bless our veterans." And to me, I thought it was the funniest thing because he was like pretending to have like this fake squirt gun in his hand, and he's just like, "It's like no ice cream's getting licked on my watch." It was just the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And he had some stupid camo hat on and shit, and I was like, "Oh God, this is what it's come down to now." Now people are doing all this weird shit. People are gonna be like checking ice cream. Like you watch these people now, they're like going to ice cream stands, they're doing all this for the clout. They're opening up ice cream, and then they're like, "I'm just gonna buy this because I'm a normal human being." And I'm like, why are we giving these people attention because they're doing what everybody does every single day? These people are fucking it's nuts. It's so insane nowadays, bro. I don't even want ice cream anymore.
So it's also the algorithms that go on there. So have you guys seen Wreck-It Ralph Ralph Breaks the Internet?
Yep.
So what happens is that there's an algorithm. So whatever is trending automatically gets moved to the top of the list so they can get the most likes.
This is an incredible source.
That's what right? But it's true. Like everything that you see there's an algorithm for like the most likes, you know, what everybody's seeing, what everybody's doing. So if it's trending, it's at the top of your list. It's gonna get sponsored, it's gonna do whatever by the website so that it can get the most views. So that's why all this shit blows up, because once it goes viral, then it starts trending, and then it puts that in the algorithm, and then it puts it at the top of the list so everybody can see it. So
the algorithm
it kind of falls back on them. Yeah.
The algorithm is that people love to hate. If you can do something that's going to make people mad, it's way easier than making everybody happy.
That's called with this Betsy Ross shoe, like something that, you know, goes back all the way into our history. Somebody who was a quacker who decided that, okay, well, we can't own slaves. We're gonna help the Underground Railroad. He has
A
no
Quaker,
idea
a
about
Quaker? Did you
Yeah.
mean to say Quaker? Okay, because you
Yeah,
said
I meant to say
Quacker. Yeah, yeah.
Quackster.
I'm a
Quacker.
quackster, so.
Yeah. Okay.
But
So
he wants the clout. He wants his name to be at the center of attention. And talk about somebody who has money to be able to make some kind of influence to $1 billion organization to drop a shoe because he thinks that reflects a time where slavery was, a thing that was, that was an acceptable thing, which obviously nowadays we know that it was not, but that's what it was back then. But if you're going to do that, then why don't we change the face on all of our money? Why don't we rewrite history?
can we just leave Colin Kaepernick alone?
No.
All right,
he
can
wants
we
to be
just
the
let
center
him?
of attention.
No. Can we just let him be? Let him be a voice for the people. Let him be a voice for the the repressed or the downtrodden. Let him be
But
that
he
voice.
wasn't repressed.
Let him be a leader. Let him do
No.
his thing.
Why?
Yeah.
He's leading something wrong. That
How is that wrong?
It's misinformation.
Is it misinformation or is it just slightly abridged history that we never learned about? I don't know.
What do you mean slightly abridged history? So if he's going to say that, why doesn't he go attack the fucking president who abolished slavery? Because he was a slave owner. Abe Lincoln was a slave owner. George Washington was a slave owner. So many presidents were slave owners, and that's how they built their wealth, was through their fields and through their, their enterprises. But now we're going to go back and we're going to say that they were these fucking terrible fucking people, even though that, they helped build our country.
Seriously, I feel like if we can't learn from our past and move forward, then we're never going to move forward as a country. Hands down.
That couldn't be better said. That couldn't be better said by anybody, Johnny.
But nobody wants to learn from it. They just want to hold everybody accountable for these people that made these decisions back in the late 1700s, early 1800s.
All these people are dead. I don't know why we can't move forward. Like, I don't have a problem with anything. We're gonna jump into something, and this all blends perfectly. I'm sitting here and I hear about this Halle Berry's going to be the new Ariel, and I didn't give a shit. I said, great. Is the movie going to be good? Because the last Little Mermaid that came out was garbage, and it was just released. Okay, it was garbage, and I wanted it. Like,
is it going to be good?
I said,
great.
Yeah, is it going to be good? And then people are like, well, do you like that? Do you like that do you like that she's going to be a color person? I said, I don't care. What does that mean? There's only one Disney princess that's African American. You want to make more? That's fine. I don't care. It's a new era. Like, let's fucking do it. I don't care. Switch them all up. I don't care. Make Cinderella Chinese.
I just don't like shit. Okay, so I agree with that, but I don't like how people are being forced to, accept these things or whatever. Like, for instance, Disney Channel. Now Disney Channel has a gay, like an openly gay TV show. The character of the show. Like, why are you trying to force these things on people? When maybe that they don't agree with them, or maybe that they just don't like that in their household, whatever it is.
I think the conversation.
Why are we being forced to do that?
I think the conversation and discussing of topics is healthy, but I don't.
Nobody does that.
But I don't think that information should be forced on you. You do have a choice. You can either choose to watch that show on Disney that involves openly gay people, or you can, turn on Sports Center for your son. You can turn on Fox Business for your son.
If they're under the age of 18, we shouldn't be talking about any of it because it doesn't fucking matter. We shouldn't be talking about it on TV because if you just keep doing all this stuff, like if you just keep, throwing, the sexuality all over the place on Disney Channel, a child's, program, then it doesn't make any sense. I think it's wrong. I don't feel like.
To each their own. No, you guys feel like it's wrong.
Stop. There was a drag queen. There's a drag queen little boy, right? And he posted a thing that he likes to be sexy, and he likes the fact that adults think he's sexy, and that's why he does it.
How old is this child?
8, or I'm sorry. Let me back up. No. I think it's 12 years old. She's him, shim, whatever. 12 years old.
They are 12 years old.
This is not okay. I don't want to see shit like that. I don't want to see a little boy who thinks that she's that she's a little girl, and then and then all of a sudden she's wearing spandex and like assless chaps. Okay, I'm not trying to watch the Village People on Disney Channel.
I'm not saying you do. I'm not saying you should. I am saying though that, again, to each their own. If that's
Right.
the direction that Disney Channel wants to go, to be more inclusive to, how society is developing, then
But that's being inclusive of one demographic.
That's
and
being
excluding
inclusive.
another.
what is it excluding?
It's excluding people
Heterosexual kids?
that aren't. Yes.
So if we can keep religion out of
Are the
why
rest
can't
of
we
the
keep
people? Are the
sexuality?
rest of the people on the show? Are there other people on the show that are heterosexual?
Probably, I don't know. I don't watch the
Yeah.
show,
So how is
but
it excluding anything?
Why do we have to
because
talk about
the
any of that?
star of the show is that? Like, yeah, exactly. Why are
I'd
we
rather-
even having this conversation? Like, why is
Yeah,
this a
I'd
thing
rather-
that people are
I'd
trying
rather-
to
I'd
put
rather-
out there to force it? We understand that the community's there. We understand that they have their views. Cool. I have friends that are gay.
Don't
I have
throw
friends
it
that are
in my
lesbians. It's cool. You guys can do your thing. But then when you start trying to force your opinion on me, that's when I have an issue. And then if I disagree with your opinion, then that makes me a bigot. And then that makes me wrong. But
No,
That
but
was-
I
that
think
was the
I think you need to
conversation.
be able to have a healthy conversation about it, and both sides need to be able to have a healthy conversation about it.
But that's not
Before
what
you
happens,
jump
because once
before you
somebody
jump
brings
to
up
your
those-
beliefs. Yeah, but Doug, when somebody brings that up, I'm sure if you're not the first guy, but you're probably the second or the third guy to start shaking their head and saying, "No, that's just not what I believe." Okay, and that's fine.
But I listen. There's a
rather than
difference. I
saying
listen and have an adult conversation
okay,
about it.
that's what you believe. Why do you believe that? Why not asking more of those
You say
questions
that.
that are a little bit less, defensive to your own beliefs? I don't know. Quite
I
honestly,
do. I
there's
no-
try and
truthfully-
understand. So
truthfully-
that's what happens.
there's
is
no
that when
right
I'm
answer.
talking to somebody about it, I try and
Truthfully, I would
understand
rather-
where they're coming from to hear their view.
Yeah.
Truthfully, I'd rather there just be gay people in the TV show and like it's just known, like any like heterosexual. You're not seeing a heterosexual person go, hey, just so you guys know, I'm straight. Well,
Yeah.
I just want to let you guys know that that's what I'm doing. I'd rather there just be like a couple, like what was the show? They just talked about it. They were making a kids show. And they're adding. I think it was Arthur, and they're putting a gay family in there. I don't care. That doesn't. I don't care about that. But it
I
was.
think it's like
and
Peppa
they're
the Pig. I
throwing
think
it.
that's what
They're
it
not
was.
They're not throwing it in their face. They're just saying like these two characters are gay, and then that's all. And then that was it. And that's fine. But it's when you come on a Disney Channel and you're watching them like making a fucking scene over it, and I'm like, we don't need to be doing that. We're not making scenes for straight people. We don't need to be making a scene of anything, because you start putting these people up front and you're putting sexuality in the back. It's just I don't know. Personally, I would rather everybody just be able to fucking get along and everybody on the same page, rather than being like, we should be promoting this. We should be promoting this and keeping heterosexuality down here and putting the LGBT community way up here. Like, I'd rather them just all coexist on a TV show or a TV network. We don't need to be flaunting your sexuality, especially because, it just doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. It does. I feel like I obviously the world's changing, and I understand that, and I'm all for it. I love it. I have also tons of friends in the LGBT community, and I love all of them, and I have no problems with anybody. But at the same time, I don't need it thrown in my face, and I definitely wouldn't want children, especially my child, to be going on TV and then coming up to me and asking me these crazy ass questions, because they're throwing it in their face all day long, and then they don't know what like a regular relationship looks like. As in, it just is like this crazy fucking thing all the time. I don't know. That's me. I'm probably wrong, but we all have our different opinions.
That's the thing, is that
but
you're
it's the
not
fact
wrong,
they're
though.
they're not giving other people they're not giving the other people who want to just have a normal fucking TV show. They're giving it to these people who want this like crazy outlandish, in my opinion,
Exactly.
alleys.
That's
That's
the
what
perfect thing
sells.
that you said, is that
If
it's your
That's what
opinion.
sells. That's what sells.
Opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one, but that doesn't mean that they're wrong. And that's the issue that I have, is that we can't have an honest, open discussion about things. And if they disagree with my view, then I'm wrong. But if I disagree with their view, I'm still wrong. Like, how does that happen? Like,
Yeah,
why can't we both be right in our own opinion? Why can't we agree to disagree?
I think rather than trying to form sides about it, I feel like, again, everyone's jumped too quick to form an opinion about something rather than forming an understanding of a subject. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but why can't we have an opinion about it? If we understand the subject, why still
You
can't we
can
have an opinion
absolutely
about it?
have an opinion about it, but being abrasive about your opinion hasn't solved anything. So why not try and, educate yourself about their side of the opinion, and, hey, you guys do you.
100% agree. I 100% agree. And that's my only issue is that whenever I'm trying to talk with somebody, or we try and express those views, and I try and understand where they're coming from, but then like when I try and give my opinion about it, it seems for the most part a lot of times that they don't try and understand where I'm coming from. That they're already shaking their head and they're all like, no, that's wrong, this and that, yada yada.
Yeah, keep your opinion to yourself then.
But then I'm a bigot.
No, then you're keeping
your double-edged sword.
Then you're keeping your opinion to yourself.
Jumping back to the whole Halle Berry thing. So nobody gave a shit about this, right? Nobody cared, but it was the fact that, and Twitter said it the best, and this is why I really love Twitter. Twitter said it the best, that nobody on Twitter said anything. Nobody had any memes yet. Nobody said anything. The actress was picked, like a week and a half ago, and like these memes just started coming out these last 3-4 days, and it was something like, who cares? Like nobody cared until like people got onto social media and they were like, do you like that? Do you like the fact that she's colored? And everybody was like, no, I don't care at all. Yeah, because you're a bigot. It's like, what are you talking about? Yeah, I bet you hate the fact.
That's what same troll farm.
That's exactly what happened.
These are these same troll farm accounts and stuff like that are just literally posting things to get a rise out of people. And quite honestly, what we all need to do is stop allowing the other side of the opinion to affect how you go about your day. Like, okay, that's the way you feel, great. Why do you feel like that? Awesome. I'm glad you think so. Like, oh, that's a fact you can tell me, great. That's cool. I learned something today. That's how I've started to go about, some of those things that I, disagree with, is basically I don't understand them enough to to tell you why I disagree with them, so I'm going to hear your side of it. I'm going to hear what you have to say. But
I think some people think it takes it away from, like, if you had a black James Bond. You know what I'm saying?
I would love that. I would love that.
I'm totally cool with that.
Dude, they were hinting that Idris Elba was going to be the new James Bond, and I was like,
right,
let's do it. Like, that would be the best James Bond right now.
I don't know about the best James Bond, but that would be a good James Bond.
That would be an amazing James Bond.
There's a lot of people that are still purists, though, that would think that takes away from the original idea of what that was. It's supposed to be a white British guy.
No, I don't. It's a new day and era.
So it's a black British guy. What the fuck ever? Like, who cares?
I used to be, and this is probably back in 2009. I think that this was going on. But Childish Gambino, also known by Donald Glover, he wanted to be the Black Spider-Man. Like, why can't we? And
we have
one.
Had a petition. We have one.
Exactly. But I'm saying, like, I'm talking about this.
And that was a great movie. I love that movie. My son loves that movie. He doesn't see color. He literally sees, that's Spider-Man. Oh, that's so cool. He's awesome.
Right.
Like, Miles is a great fucking Spider-Man, and I love that. And he's actually a mixed demographic because he's like Dominican and he's black. So that's awesome. Like, and then there's so many different Spider-Mans in that movie.
It's these trolls starting up all this shit on social media and all this other crap, and they're getting this rise out of people.
Well, it's the same thing. It's the same thing with the Lil Nas X coming out. Like, man, good for you. Like, horses in the back has a new meaning to me now, though. You know what I mean? Like, that's the only thing that I can say about it. Like,
no more.
But he's not the first one. He just has the biggest clout. Look, we have Troy, a part of Big Rich. He was like the first black fucking country rapper, a part of Big and Rich, which was awesome. I loved a lot of his fucking songs, but he just didn't get a lot of clout. And now that Lil Nas X is getting clout because he has one of the generational country singers, in Billy Ray Cyrus, now everybody's like all up in arms about it. And I just don't understand. Aren't you home all the time?
Yeah.
Mm.
You know what? People just think because I work from home that it's just like it is just like a free reign to do whatever I want. I'm just taking naps all day and
So you don't take naps?
Absolutely, I take naps.
Guy who works from home can't take an hour out of his day to edit the podcast. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Or do laundry.
God. Fuck.
He's too busy. He's too busy sitting on Amazon buying microphones and whatnot.
Finding the best microphone to buy. Drinking his tequila, getting work done, sending out emails.
I think you guys, I'm not drinking during the day. I think you guys are haters. But whatever.
It's the only person that takes actual time to read every single review on every product that he buys.
I like to have well-informed opinions, okay? I don't like to just like spew a bunch of shit out there, okay? So yeah, I looked up a few microphones.
Literally messages to people who write the reviews.
North of 20?
What?
How many microphones did you look up?
I think this was the third or fourth option that I actually went to the store and looked at. And then I ordered it for $10 cheaper on Amazon. So.
Oh, isn't that great? I love Amazon.
Yeah, and I go to the store. I asked the guy a bunch of questions.
Like, oh, it looks nice.
Yeah, I asked the guy a bunch of questions. No, and then
And
at the very end, all right, sounds good, man. I'll just order it off of Amazon. I'm like on Amazon, like price checking things.
Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime, yeah.
2-day free shipping.
Exactly. Well, whatever. Anyways, where are we going to next, guys?
Didn't you have more Rose? You didn't have another Rosen story?
So this week, Rosa comes over, okay? And how early is too early? She's supposed to be here at noon. How early is too early?
Too early for her to show up?
Yeah, for her to just show up.
She's supposed to be there at noon? Yeah, I was
be there
at 9.
9 a.m. is too early?
How's it? Wait, hold on. So she's supposed to be there at noon. She should be there maybe 11:30.
Yeah, 11:30. That's fine.
Right. I mean, yeah, half hour early.
I would say if
Half
she's
hour
there
early.
like 11 or 10 with like a message being like, "Hey, can I come early so that I can get this done?"
Shoot me a text. This lady shows up at 11:15. Okay, 45 minutes before the appointment time at noon. Okay, no text message, no nothing, just a knock at the door.
Ma'am, are you jerking off? Like,
I'm showering.
Okay?
There's a million different things that can be happening. I could be showering. I could be doing other things. I could be cleaning my ears. I could be editing a podcast. There could be a million different things that I could be doing. Okay, you're showing up at 11:15. No call, no text message, no nothing. It's like, okay, no worries. My wife takes lunch at noon, and she wanted to come home and meet the lady. Courtney leaves. The cleaning lady finishes up 15 minutes after Courtney leaves at 1:15. So she was there at our house for a total of maybe an hour and a half. I don't even know what to do with this lady anymore. She said initially she would be there for 4 hours every single time, and now she's showing up. This is I think the third or fourth time she's come, and she's showing up for basically an hour and a half.
Well, I mean, you pay for what you get. I mean, that's
Talking
just
on
what it
the
is.
phone, talking on the phone the whole time. She just
Does she have
leaves
the microphones that go around her neck.
She doesn't. No, she doesn't. She does have a first series iPhone. It's like an iPhone 3 or something like that. It still has the curved back. You remember the curved back iPhone? She's still got that one. Yeah, it had the curved plastic back. Anyways.
Maybe she just figures she can get there early since you work at home and do nothing.
I mean, is he?
I mean,
yeah. Maybe she doesn't take your job too serious.
Maybe you should draw the line in the stand and let her know what the fuck's up.
No,
Don't let her walk all over you, Cody. Give her the
No,
business.
so the last time she was here, I kind of gave her the business. I thought I scared her away. I thought she was never going to come back because I was like, I kind of walked through the entire house and I was like, you know, these door jams, not every time, but we need to get those wiped down. You know, the couch, every few visits, why don't you take the cushions off the couch and vacuum everything out? Okay, like, again, these things don't have to happen every single time, but I assume they would happen at least once a month if you're coming every single week.
She's probably
You
like,
know.
why don't you do it, huh, guy? Guy who sits at home all
Right.
day?
Well, that's what we're paying you to do. So if I'm giving you money for services, I would expect you to do those services. Okay, and I'm not asking for. I'm not. And then this time she leaves. She's leaving, and she turns back, and she's like, "Okay, next time I sweep outside." I was like, "You've been here for an hour and a half. Why don't you sweep outside this time?" Like, bye. Like, we'll see you soon.
Is that $70
So
an
fire
hour?
her. So fire her and get a new one. Get a new one.
No. It. She said $80, and she was gonna be here for about 4 hours every time. So that's roughly $20 an hour.
Right.
I felt like that was fair. Okay, our house is not that big. We have a bunch of solid surfaces, so it's really not that much. It's literally just wiping stuff down, okay, and the bedding. Like, those are the two big things. Other than that, like, just, you know, wipe the windows down every now and again, you know. Maybe move the TV this time and wipe out from behind the TV.
Maybe
Dust the
You should-
lampshades.
you should ask her if maybe she wants to bring over some food and you guys have lunch before she fucks you. Because she is fucking you over.
This is something I actually wanted to talk to you guys about that I didn't put on the show sheet, okay? If you're getting takeout, okay, if you order, I'm not talking about Postmates, I'm not talking about, you know, DoorDash or Uber Eats or anything like that. If you call up the Chinese place and you order takeout, how much are you tipping?
Depends on how much the bill is.
Depends on how much. How much is the bill?
You got a $50 bill.
$8?
You're gonna tip $8 for a takeout order.
Wait,
I said
there?
10%.
Like, you go,
Oh,
you go
takeout.
pick
You
it
gotta
up.
drive
going
and pick it up. Takeout
Fucking
is
nothing. What do you? You
No.
don't only tip if they deliver.
right.
Yeah.
Johnny?
I had to drive there, so no, I'm not tipping you anything.
Nothing.
I mean, it all
tipping-
depends.
I'm tipping
It all depends.
10%.
If
10% is
This is
nothing.
what I'm doing.
10% on a
if I'm like,
$20 bill is $2.
You're
If I
not
go in-
tipping to go pick it up though. You're buying it from there, so don't fucking tip.
They still provided a service.
Get the
Like, how
fuck
else would
out of
you get
here!
the
No one's tipping to go pick up food.
See, I think this is a Vegas
I-
thing. I'm from Vegas, so I know that a lot of these people, you know, that helps them at the end of the night when they go
I
do
would-
that. So you have to take care
Hey,
of those people.
Here's a tip. I'm picking this shit up. You're getting nothing, okay? There's the tip
Yeah.
for the day.
Yeah. No, I shoot a $5. So no matter what the bill is, no matter, I'll give him a $5 bill. So
That's not wrong.
You
So
pick
last
up the
night-
fucking
so
food
last
and you're
night-
gonna tip them.
yeah. So well, because they got to put it in a bag. They got to put it in a bag.
Fuck out of here.
They also have to cook, and a lot of times those places,
Oh,
you know, they spread
wow.
out the fucking money.
Get
They-
the fuck out of here.
They spread out the money to the chefs.
Yeah.
No,
No.
At
Oh,
the end of the
man.
night, they split the tips.
I usually
You
pull up
only-
to the valet and I'll shoot the
Wow.
guy a $5, say keep it running. I'm just picking up my to-go order, and then I usually give
Oh
the
no,
girl
no,
their
I
$5
didn't.
bill.
I mean,
Wow.
yeah, you could do that for valet.
So you order a pizza from Pizza Hut and you go pick it up because you're grabbing it on the way home from work. You're gonna tip them.
Yeah. Pizza Hut might
Yeah.
be like a $2 tip.
10% on takeout. It's 10%. If
You
for
only-
dining in, it's at least 20.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Dining in,
That's
the
dining
standard.
in, dining in is 20.
If you're not getting waited on, if you're not sitting there and a waiter is bringing you shit continuously, or a delivery driver is bringing you your food, you're not getting a fucking tip. That'd be like tipping somebody at
Like that's
McDonald's.
just being cheap.
You gonna tip somebody at McDonald's? They had to put it in a fucking bag for you. Are we tipping there?
No,
Well, they
I'm
get
gonna
paid-
drop my change in the drawer. I'm gonna drop my
Yeah.
change in the drawer, in the little cup.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I'm
If
paying
I'm
with the
swiping my
card,
then no.
You don't do that every time. You don't do that every time. Don't kid
If I
yourself. You
have
don't do that every
change-
time.
If I have
No, you
change,
don't.
I do.
No, you don't. Not every single time. You're lying.
if I have actual coins, yes, I do, and I'll
Yeah.
keep the dollars.
If
Unless it's quarters. I usually keep quarters.
50 cents, I'll tell them I'll just drive forward. You know, I don't need a receipt. Bye. See you later. I gotta go. You know, but I'm not. There's no way that I'm gonna like. I'm not tipping that much to like.
Johnny's
pick
like
my
the
food up. That
fast.
doesn't work.
Johnny's like the fast check signer. His 0 for a tip rolls into his signature.
I tip a lot when I go eat places. Like I usually tip like 20 to 25%. If I'm going to a place that's like, let's say a barbecue place, right? A nice barbecue place, and I'm picking up my order, and I need them to give me extra sauce, or I need them to put, you know, some utensils or something, because I'm not even taking this back to my house. Let's say, you know, I'm taking this to somewhere else. I'm taking this to a friend's house or something. Then yes. But if I know that this place is around the fucking corner from my house, and I gotta go pick it up because they want to try to charge me, you know, another $10, $15 to drive it to my house, I'm going there. I'll throw them.
Do you tip at
like a fiver.
Starbucks?
I'll throw them a fiver and get out.
So Uber Eats, and this is what Courtney and I started looking at. Uber Eats is like a 15% charge of your bill for their service fee. That's not even the delivery fee. So it's a service fee of 15%. So we ordered sushi last night, right? And it was like an $80-something bill. Okay. Well, on Uber Eats, that same bill was going to be $106 before tip. So yeah, I'm gonna drive the 2 blocks and go pick it up from you guys. I'll call in the order and drive 2 blocks, go pick it up from you guys. But again, like, I'm gonna tip the minimal amount. I will tip like $5. I will tip like whatever.
DoorDash is better.
Whatever the chain. DoorDash is just as expensive. I don't want to hear it. It's all just as expensive. So I don't know. It's interesting to say the very least.
Convenience fee.
I can't believe you guys just said that.
What, that we actually tip?
Yeah, I'm in shock that you tip.
Okay, so what's the proper amount of tip? Okay, so you go to the bar and you're ordering a beer by beer thing. You don't keep a tab open. You're ordering like one beer at a time and closing out. What are you tipping every time you close out?
Every time you
for a
close it.
for a single $5 or $6 beer.
$1.
Yeah, $1 or $2.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you later. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Hit subscribe and like. We'll talk to you guys next week.
At the Outspoken Gents.
It's hot.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Outspoken Gents.
And
Instagram.
And
no,
Instagram.
It's middle of July. Powder your fucking nuts. It's hot outside, motherfucker.
Right, Johnny?
Right. So
Johnny needs to
right now.
powder his whole body. You need to just go roll in a tarp full of it.
Yeah.
Make yourself into a little corn dog.
I need to be wrapped up in a cold blanket, bro. Having a heat stroke along with my laptop right now.